Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 2 in the NFL right now with Al McMordie from BigAl.com, and he's going to cover the Patriots-Minnesota game, which is the kind of game that I think that his style of handicapping analysis might shed some unique light. Al, thanks for being back with us.
Good to be here, Peter.
All right, before we hear your thoughts on this game and these lines, give a quick plug for BigAl.com. Brag a little bit about your history of success in the industry, and tell us a little bit about what we can find at BigAl.com.
Sure, Peter. Well, I've been in business since 1992. I've won 39 handicapping championships. At my website, you'll find my best selections along with the best plays from guys like Larry Ness, Scott Spreitzer, Ben Burns, Tom Stryker, Wayne Root. Lots of terrific handicappers at the website. And there's also free plays every day. People can get free winners. Just go to BigAl.com and click on free picks, and you'll get 2 free winners online for myself every day, absolutely free. You'll get 1 from Larry Ness online every day. And people can go to BigAl.com for all that information.
Okay, sounds great, Al. Now, I know that one of the things you specialize in is sort of technical analysis, and that's a sort of like, looking back at past performances and past trends to shed sort of unique light on handicapping situations. And I find that that is most valuable when we have a handicapping situation like this. It's a little bit confusing, a little bit head-scratching. People aren't quite sure what to make of it. The Pats lost outright in Week 1 as a road favorite, and Minnesota won outright in Week 1 as a road dog, and now Minnesota is a 3-point home underdog. So you're looking at this, you're thinking, well, the Pats are a great team, a great program. They could easily bounce back in Week 2 off of that kind of loss. Are they likely to? Minnesota, though, looking like, they have a quality team. Here they are after a good win, and now in Week 2, they're a home underdog. So maybe we're going to look back, and in retrospect, Minnesota will have been undervalued sort of systematically in the first part of the season. I'm not sure what I would do here. As of right now, it's a complete pass for me. The line kind of confuses me and scares me. Maybe a shot with the under, but even that, I'm not too happy about. What do you like here, Al?
Well, the one thing is the point spread has been adjusted off those Week 1 games.
Right.
If those Week 1 games weren't played, Minnesota would be a 5.5-point home underdog. They're currently a 3-point home underdog. So that that's already baked into the cake. The performances from last week. The New England Patriots, I don't know about you, but they remind me of the San Antonio Spurs. They're just a program that just wins every year. They've had now 13 consecutive winning seasons. And one of the reasons that they've had so many winning seasons in a row is that they don't lose back-to-back games very often. And if you take a look at New England going back to 2002, they're 34-5 straight up and 29-10 against the spread off a loss. So I'm just going to keep this simple here. The other thing about New England in that 29-10 set, if they're not laying a touchdown or more, then their 29-10 goes to 24-2 against the spread. And if they're not laying more than a field goal, 18-0 against the spread off a loss. And then you also take a look at the fact that New England's playing its first 2 games on the road this season. That's pretty rare, but when teams play their first 2 games on the road, if they lost Week 1 on the road, they generally bounce back in week number 2 on the road and cover the spread, going 38-24 against the spread going back to 1980. I'm going to take New England here, minus the 3 points. The number's key.
Right.
I think you're looking at the number that would have been 5.5. If it was a Week 1 game, now it's minus 3. That's a perfect situation to step in on New England because it's really just a win situation game. If they win, they're probably going to cover.
Well, that Spurs analogy was perfect for a long time. The Spurs were a great bet against the spread off of a loss, and the Pats are definitely that kind of program. And you did shed the light that I was expecting to be shed on these lines. Now, New England minus 3 is looking great to me. Al McMordie from BigAl.com. Thanks so much.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.